What's up, vapors? Nick here for Spin Fuel's Daily Vape TV. We are live for 1 hour or so. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's my 1 year on YouTube celebration. Really happy about everything that's been going on with the channel lately. Really do apologize, and I will apologize in advance if my voice sounds a bit weird. I have been under the weather the past week, and I just can't shake this cold. It's the change of seasons here in New England, and going from -20 with the wind chill to 70 degrees is quite a big difference. But bear with me, and yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just gonna hang out, wait for some people to fill up the viewership here. I don't even know if anyone's gonna even watch this, but anyways, I'm doing this for me. We're giving away a Aspire Premium kit. Spin Fuel is generously allowing me to give away an Aspire Premium kit for someone that's in need. So if you want that, make sure you check out the video later on. I'll be doing the giveaway then. But yeah, welcome everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to be hanging out here, vaping, doing the thing. So hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, make sure you comment in the box below, or shoot me a message on Facebook or something, tweet at me, whatever you want to do. And yeah, we'll get it done. So I'm just going to have a quick vape here. Don't mind me. And I'm vaping a new one by Bumblefrog. Big shout out to Marty from Bumblefrog. I had a blast last night in New Hampshire, Gary, New Hampshire. We were at Lineage Vapors for a cloud competition to benefit Adam Webster's family. But yeah, I met up with Marty from Bumblefrog there, and he was handing out the samples of his new liquid. I forget the name I think it's called Temple. But it's, I guess, a kiwi cantaloupe with cream. It's really delicious, and in the Arctic tank, you can't go wrong. I get tons of flavor out of this, plenty of vapor. It's a 0.2 ohm coil, so you can't really go wrong with that. I'm rocking it right now at 70 watts, and we're just gonna have another taste here. I love this Arctic tank. I really don't see why people hate it so much. I've heard that it's gotten some negative reviews. I will be reviewing it very soon, and I will be giving away a couple of them. I have a couple Arctics to give away, so if you're looking for an Arctic tank, make sure you pay attention to my channel, because I will be giving these bad boys away in the very near future. And those were generously given to me by Vapor Beast, so shout out to Vapor Beast for that. Yeah, I really don't see what, everyone has such a problem with the whole Arctic tank thing. Like, I guess the drip tip does get hot, and I obviously swapped mine out for a Delrin tip. I really don't like the feel of metal on my, teeth and everything. It just makes me, like, weirded out, so I swapped mine out for the Delrin tip, which I prefer. It stays nice and cool. I don't get the metallic feeling against my teeth. So that's one con, I guess, if you want me to do a little bit of a live review, I guess. But other than that, I think it wicks great. The flavor is great. The heat is, manageable. And overall, I think, it's a pretty decent tank. It definitely stands up to the Atlantis V1. I have yet to try the Atlantis V2, but I will be, I'll see if I can get one of those. I've got to get my hands on that thing. But yeah, this past week has been pretty rough for me. I worked 15 hours on last Saturday at the party at my shop, Voltage Vape, and ever since then I've just been completely just dead to the world. Like, I've had sinus headaches and coughing, sore throat, everything like that. I didn't even vape for 2 days out of the week, and I'm already starting to lose my voice already. I can already tell. But we'll proceed anyways, just because I do this all for you guys, you know. But yeah, I mean, I love this flavor. It's interesting, you know. You don't find a lot of like the kiwi flavors, and the cantaloupe I feel like is kind of underdone as well. And I really wish there would be, you know, someone would come out with some more stuff like that, some interesting flavor combinations, not just like the normal strawberry custards or anything like that. I want to see like some interesting things, like weird flavor combinations. I've tried some weird ones before. I mean, I'm probably one of the only people in the world that's ever vaped bacon flavored e-liquid. I know it was kind of a stupid thing, but whatever. I got dared to do it, so whatever. Yeah, not really much to talk about. I still have so much to do from VCC Tampa. I have a whole line of Moon Mountain here that I have to get to. I still have to get to some liquid brands that I have yet to review from before I went to Tampa, which, you know, that was already like a month ago. So I'm definitely behind, and I've been sick, and everyone wants to see me do build videos, and I will get to some build videos. I have Anarchist Wire. I don't know if any of you have heard of this. Anarchist Wire is from local vape distribution. We had a few of them come in. Phil and Melissa came through from Cali on their way to ECC Niagara, and they dropped off a bunch of samples, which is really nice. And I'm definitely going to be using that stuff in a build video in the very near future, so pay attention, because I will be getting to that soon. See, and everything's scattered. I didn't prepare well for this. I was in the middle of editing a video when I went to start this live stream, and I just caught myself off guard because I was so into it that I wasn't paying any attention. All right, so I have this other new thing that I want to show you guys. It's a Half Moon Mods coil jig, and it definitely doesn't look like your normal coil jig. The bit goes in here, and I still have to watch the videos on how it actually works, but basically you just grab the wire like this when you slide it over the bit and just twist it, and it makes the coil. So I like, you know, things that make my life easier, and coil jigs are definitely one of those things. I mean, they're not perfect. I find that they do bind up a little bit with parallel coils and stuff like that, and some of it, especially with a thinner gauge wire, it doesn't really do too well on, and I just prefer to just wrap a quick microcoil. It takes me about half the time. Excuse me. So, I mean, anything though, like with the larger gauge wire, 26, 24, 22, 20 gauge, anything like that, to make my life a little bit easier will help. So I'll be reviewing that very soon, so make sure you pay attention to that as well. Other things on the menu, I've got some Halo liquid and a Triton starter kit to review. I know this is probably not going to appeal to most of my viewers for my channel, which are the cloud chasers, the vape chuckers, you know. Those kind of people. But I know there are a few people that are just getting into vaping and want to know more about that kind of stuff. So I will be doing a review on that in the near future as well, and I'll be doing a giveaway for that as well. So yeah, a lot of stuff in the near future. So hopefully you guys stick around. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's in the little box below. Make sure you hit that button. Hit that like button. You know, every little thing as far as support goes does help. You know, just bumps me up in the YouTube ranks. I mean, I'm not trying to be vape famous or anything. I'm just trying to, you know, show you guys products that you haven't gotten your hands on yet and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm just trying to help you guys out, and I want to give back to the community that's given me so much. I've been vaping for 3 years. I haven't touched a single cigarette since, and I absolutely love it. Coming up on this Thursday, April 23rd, 2015, if you're watching this historically, I will be going to Boston to the Attorney General's office because they're having a hearing there to discuss the restrictions on e-cigarettes in the state of Massachusetts. So I will be fighting for my right to vape, and I encourage anyone out there that's from Mass, if you don't have anything going on Thursday morning, sorry, make sure, if you can make it out to Boston, definitely go and do that. Fight for your right to vape. They will be also accepting comments online. Make sure you check out the call to action from CASA about that, and where you can actually submit your comments and everything like that if you cannot make it. And they will be accepting comments until Friday morning. So that's also a good thing. It gives you a little bit more time. We've also had over a month to prepare for this event, so I have a good feeling that there's going to be a lot of people showing up in support of vaping and against the regulations. So hopefully we'll have I'm hoping for 150 people. That would be amazing. Every time, you see these events, it's like 4 or 5 people show up, and it's, that's definitely not enough of a voice. You need to see, a lot more than that in order for, to change any of the government's minds or whatever. So yeah, I'm here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions about vaping or about my channel or about me personally or whatever, just shoot a comment in the box below if you're watching this on my YouTube channel. There's supposed to be a chat box. I can never figure this stupid thing out. Honestly, I have no time, and I just really wish there was like an extra couple hours in every single day, because I don't have any time to get anything done. Oh, another thing I have is the Limo 2. It just hit retail shelves, but I have noticed that it does look a little bit different than this in the final retail form. They gave me this with the spin fuel drip tip. I got it right here. Hopefully you can see that. They gave these to all like the reviewers and everything. You're probably not going to be able to read that, but let's see if my webcam will focus. Probably not. But anyways, it says spin fuel on the drip tip, which I think is really cool that they sent that along with the device. And so far, I love it. For being a K-Fun style deck and a pre-made coil and everything like that, you always kind of are iffy on pre-made coils. But this one came really nice, really clean coil. I'm sure you've already watched my preview video where I unboxed them and filled up the tanks and everything. But yeah, I'm really loving the tank so far. Minor leaking issues, but we'll go over that in the full review. What else is there? I have so much on my plate here. I have Journey juice. I have proper vape. Lick brand vapors. I still have the Council of Vapor products. Oh man, almost forgot. I have the Council of Vapor Kindred 2 to review. That finally came out, and I also have the Typhoon tank, which is their version of the Atlantis, the 0.5 ohm coil tank. It looks really nice. And yeah, we got a question here from Spencer. He's been eyeing Limo 2. Does mine leak? At first I had a bad leak, and it was my own fault. And I didn't read the directions. I'm a guy. What can I say? I don't read the directions. When I went to fill it, I didn't close off the airflow, because it says you have to close off the airflow before filling the tank. So I didn't do that. I left it open, and when I filled my tank and I left it sideways, I tilted it back up after I closed off the fill port section here, and it all just kind of went and flooded all over my mod, and I was kind of pissed about that, but that was my own fault. I can't blame Limo for that, or eLeaf for that. Other than that, I've had a slight leaking issue when I just kind of like handle it too much. If under normal vaping conditions, you don't get any leaks out of it at all. But as soon as you go to like throw it in your bag or anything like that, you might get a little bit of a trickle or something like that. But it all comes down to how you wick it and how well you are at building and everything. So the cotton in this thing is a couple weeks old already, so it might be time to change it. But other than that, I've left it to sit for a while, and it hasn't leaked at all. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. Proper Franken vape. That's from the Standard. I'm pretty sure it's a Cell Block 4. Yeah, that sounds like the Standard line to me. I have tried Dead Man's Party and what's the other one? I did a review on it a while back, way back. Dead Man's Party and something else. It was okay. Wasn't really what I was expecting. It was like, you know, nothing too fancy, nothing too special. I mean, the flavors themselves were decent, but I just wasn't too happy with the description versus the actual taste to me. Because, like, one of them was a blueberry lemonade, and I didn't get blueberry lemonade whatsoever out of it. I got more of like a licorice note, but I did make a note, and I left a comment a few weeks after, and I noted that after you eat or drink or anything like that, like if you have a full stomach, liquid will taste different. So yeah, like I got a better taste out of it after I ate a good meal. I got more of a sweet note to it, which was kind of good for me. I haven't had Franken Vape. I heard that's the, what is that one? Is that this kiwi? What is it? Kiwi marshmallow? Something like that. It sounds interesting. I'd be willing to try it, but I really don't go out of my way to buy e-liquid anymore, especially, you know, $25 bottle that I don't know if I'm going to like or not. So I like to be able to sample it, and nowhere around me personally is there a shop that carries the Standard line anymore. So I don't think I'm going to be trying that in the near future, unfortunately. But I'd give it a shot if they felt like sending some along. Lately, I've been jamming out. I have an abundance of bigger bottles right now. Let me show you my little 120 collection going on. Alchemist Elixir's Baba Booey, and that's a strawberry custard. Cold Fusion, Shock and Awe. If you saw my review on that, you know, last year, you know that I love that stuff, and I can't get enough of it. And I just won another bottle at the Cloud Comp last night. Rags to Riches Hoopty, which is like a berries and cream. And that's what I've been rocking in my mechanical mod, wherever that one is. Oh, there we go. My Foo Hatton with the Mutation X. Bit of a hot build on there. Yeah, I love this flavor. As even when, you know, you have it so super hot. This is a 4-wrap 20 gauge build. You can't really even see it in there. Maybe if I get some more light on there. There you go. You can kind of see the build in there a little bit. 4-wrap spaced 20 gauge. I used this in the Cloud Comp last night, and I mean, even though I'm suffering from a cold, I entered the Cloud Comp, which is probably a mistake, but whatever. YOLO. But yeah, so I got to the second round in the Cloud Comp at least with this same build, and considering I'm getting over a cold, not too bad, I guess. It's from my first Cloud Comp. I placed, a little bit higher than not entering, I guess. And don't get too excited. The lights that I use definitely accentuate the density of the vapor. You lose a lot of density when you use a wide bore tip with the wide open airflow. But I digress. So yeah, my big bottle obsession. Oh, I also have Bumble Frog represent. Storm, they sent me that because I did their photos for their website. So if you go on bumblefrogmixology.com, you'll see some of my pictures up there. So yeah, check that out if you get a second, and make sure you check out their juice line. They came out with another flavor, which they gave me a little sample of last night, which I was talking about earlier in the show, which is kiwi with cantaloupe, which is a really interesting combination, and it also has a creamy, finish to it, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and have another vape of that. Delicious. I really like it. So yeah, what's up, guys? Don't be afraid to leave a comment, ask me a question. I'm celebrating my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, so yeah, don't feel free to leave a comment. I'll answer any question, anything at all, even if it's about my ears, which I know you guys hate, but whatever. I get a lot of hate on my ears and my tattoos. I'm covered in tattoos, but I feel like it's all about the individual and personal preference and all that stuff. I mean, you don't see a lot of people hating on Grim Green for his tattoos, so I don't see the need to hate on people for their choices in life. Honestly, if you're just here for information, then yeah, I'll be a good source of information for you, that's for sure. I have 3 years under my belt vaping, and I know everything from how to fix a clearomizer all the way to how to build a cloud competition build. So yeah, again, ask me something. Yeah. All right, we got another question. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you. Let's see. Do you watch Craftcast? I gave everyone a free 120 from Beard. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. No, I don't watch that. I probably should though. Free 120. That's insane. And that's good juice too. Beard Vape Co. is really good. Thank you, Nate. Rock on, dude. Vape on. I'm having a blast. 1 year on YouTube, I just couldn't imagine me being here, like 8 months ago when I first started my channel, or when I first started my channel a year ago. I couldn't picture myself being in the position that I am today. I'm getting hit up by vendors that want me to try their stuff. I love that. I have tons of e-liquid to vape, and I'm, out there trying to tell you guys all the information that I know, how to teach you guys how to build and everything. And yeah, I love it. I love helping people. I work at a vape shop, so I get to help people all day, every day. And then I get to come online and share my videos with you guys and share my knowledge and information about the wonderful world of vaping. Thanks, Jose. He said my tats are cool. Thanks, man. But yeah, questions. I'm encouraging questions. Anything at all. Let me know. Like, whatever. Anything. Oh, I'm still getting over this cold. That's why I didn't post any videos last week, because I was just completely dead to the world. I couldn't even get out of bed for 2 days. It was bad. And I'm lucky to be recovered as much as I am. And yeah, no one wants to watch me do smoke tricks. Why? I don't even know why I'm doing that. In my normal videos, I can at least edit out everything, but not here. All right, let's see. How often do I change my cotton out? Do I change my cotton when a new flavor? I generally change my cotton every time I change a flavor. And that's pretty much why I've been getting all these big bottles lately, is because I like, Shock and Awe is my all-day vape. I can vape a gallon of that stuff and not be sick of it. So I won't, I'll tend not to change my cotton if I'm using the same flavor. But if I am just changing my cotton regularly, it's about once a week. I try to do that once a week, and I use this stuff right here, Kogendo. It's the best stuff for dripping, in my opinion. I mean, people will argue with me. I do have a bit of this anarchist cotton that the lovely people from local vape distributions gave me, which I will be reviewing as well when it comes to the build video for anarchist wire, which I forgot to mention earlier is nickel chromium wire, which is nichrome. So it turns green when you heat it up, which is kind of weird, but it makes it look really cool. And if you see all those like coil builders online posting those cool looking pictures, and they have the heated up wire that turns a blue purple with like the green nichrome twisted in there and everything, I just think it looks cool. I mean, yes, it does give you better flavor, and the ramp up time is a lot faster, and the heat is a lot hotter. But I do think it just looks cool as well. But yeah, to answer your question, I change my cotton weekly, if not more often, probably, every 3-4 days. All right, we got another question. Will closing the air vent on the Nautilus fix the leak issue? I've heard that and a few other things. My Nautilus never really leaked. I never really had a leaking issue with that. I've had a flooding issue with it, and I've had a dry hit issue with it. The dry hit fix is easy. All you got to do is close off the airflow, take a few dry tugs on it without hitting the fire button, and that just gets your juice flowing again. But it comes down to how you actually draw on it, and I'm a lung inhaler. So for any of you out there that are mouth to lung inhalers, you're probably not going to have the dry hit issue like I do. You might have the flooding issue, which is the other issue that I had with my Nautilus. With the Nautilus, it floods, and that just kind of happens. It depends on the coil, really. I found from different coils, when they swapped them over to the BVC coils, I didn't have as much of an issue with those. But occasionally, I still got one that just wouldn't cooperate with me, and 9 times out of 10, I just toss it and put a new one in there. I mean, they're pretty cheap, so why not? And sometimes, I mean, old school vapors will attest to this fact as well, but sometimes you get a coil that's DOA, just dead when you get it. You can't help it. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Cotton bacon, is it worth the price? In my opinion, no. Why? It's regular cotton balls just rolled out. That's pretty much what cotton bacon is. I mean, cotton bacon, if the people from Cotton Bacon ever watch this, please don't get me wrong and think that I'm, talking crap about your product. No, but I just wouldn't buy it myself. I mean, honestly, I would just rather just do it with Japanese cotton. I find that Japanese cotton is much easier to work with, and I can fluff it up nicer, and it stays fluffier. And as for those of you that have been watching my channel for a long time, know I like fluffy cotton, especially since my last 100-watt build. I couldn't stress that enough. Fluffy cotton. When I went to Tampa, people down there had no idea. They were still tucking the cotton underneath their coils, which isn't doing you any justice. You need to cut right at the edge of the deck, fluff it up nice and big, and then do a little drizzle of juice on top, and then just gently tuck the cotton into the well of your dripper, and that will give you better airflow above and below the coil so that your coil stays cooler and it doesn't just evaporate the juice off the cotton at the bottom, because that's basically what you're doing. It's not vaporizing it in any sort of meaningful manner. Bruel juice. I don't know. We haven't. Sorry, let me repeat the question. The question was, do you think Voltage will get the Bruel juice line? Honestly, I've never heard of them. If I got some contact information and we kind of asked for some samples from them, maybe, if it's good stuff. We already carry like 500 lines or 500 different flavors almost, or maybe 400. Anyways, but yeah, like we carry a ton of different juice lines from like 50 different vendors. So, I mean, if there's room, we kind of have to go through some of the old stuff, and we're kind of at a hold right now on ordering new juice, but I'm sure there will be a time when we can get some more samples in to test out and have our customers try out and everything. So, yeah, if you get contact information, send it along to dailybapetv@gmail.com, and I will be sure to hit them up. Thanks for the questions, by the way, guys. Keep them coming. What wire would you suggest for cloud production? I'm stuck on Canthal because it's all I've used, so I'm comfortable with it, but I've been debating on getting some. I've used anarchist wire. I've used nichrome. I've used royal wire. I've used hot wires. I've used obviously Kanthal. There was another one in there. I don't know. I've used a bunch of different types of wire, and from my experience, it's all in the build. Really, the build really does it for me. I usually do for cloud production. If you just want a simple cloud chuck and build, obviously make sure you're building safe and keep it, within the 30 amp limit range. But I usually do a 0.16 ohm, 5-wrap 22 gauge royal wire around a 1/8 inch drill bit, and I also center the coil, so I just make a double 90-degree turn so that negative lead is directly to the negative connection. And that seems to be perfect for me for cloud production. Obviously dual coil. But yeah, that seems to be perfect for my personal preference. I've been experimenting with the 20 gauge and 18 gauge lately, which I will, obviously show you guys. And I know I've done a 20 gauge build before in the past, but that was really before I knew anything about 20 gauge and the properties and everything of the wire. So I was just kind of messing around with it. I still have like 75 feet or so, but this build right here is 20 gauge Kanthal. It's a 4-wrap spaced, and I already showed you guys before, but it's a 4-wrap spaced, and this thing absolutely chucks. I'll give you another little cloud here for you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching and for all the questions. You're really making this a good time here on Daily Vape TV channel. So yeah, let's do another quick cloud. Woo! And it's not even that, it's hot too. That's the beauty of this stuff, is like, it's not even a scorching hot build. If you guys know, if you've been following my channel and everything, I don't like a hot build. I like a warm vape, but not a hot vape. And even with a 20 gauge, it's not that hot. And it might be the fact that it's spaced out and each individual coil is producing vapor rather than the microcoil in of itself. But maybe it's my imagination, I don't know. And I think I've also gotten used to a warmer and warmer vape. I can tell the difference between a warm vape and a hot vape. I'll tell you this much: with the 0.2 ohm coil on the Arctic tank, which I'm rocking right now, it does get really hot, upwards of 70 watts. If I go up to 80, 85, I'll definitely get a hot vape out of it, and I don't prefer it. So I tend to keep my 0.2 ohm coils right around 70 watts, which I think is perfect. So let's see, I got a question from Anthony Guarino. Anthony from Peabody Vapors, if anyone knows them at all. I can't show you, but anyways, I'm calling you out live on the air. He wants to know how much Muffin Man is. We sell it for 80 bucks at the shop. I know you can get it from Beyond Vape for, I think, 65, but if you want it now, go down to Voltage Vape and go get it, because we got it there. All we have right now is 6 milligram, but I don't think he's watching. I think he just asked me, but there you go. He got called out on live on the air to all 7 viewers. I'm just responding real quick to him. So keep the questions coming, guys. Build advice, mod advice, life advice, anything you got, shoot it my way, and I'll try to answer it for you. Oh, so how have you guys been? How's your spring going? Have you been to any competitions lately? Have you been out to any conventions lately? Did you go to ECC Niagara? Are you planning to go to Miami or Vegas or any of the ones that are coming up? Me personally, my next event is going to be Pittsburgh, We're doing the VCC Pittsburgh over there, and it's going to be awesome. I already know it. Kevin Skipper puts on an awesome convention, and I love the fact that he does a good amount of advocacy as well as, you know, just having fun and vaping and that kind of thing. But yeah, let's see. Congrats on a year. Thanks, Josh. Do you follow coil porn, and what's the hardest build you've ever done? I do follow coil porn, and I am just blown away by the inventiveness of you guys out there. And I have seen a lot of really good builders as well that have kind of gone under the radar, and they're, you know, still following in Kent Hill, Twisted Mess's footsteps, but I can definitely appreciate that. I look up to Kent Hill a lot, and I try to copy his builds as best as I can and put my own little twists on them here and there. I am planning on doing a few variations of the zipper coil build in the future, but honestly, I've just been so stressed for time lately. I have so much to do. Another thing, boom, K-Fun 4, got a review coming to that as well. So if you are curious about that, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. The hardest build I've ever done. Oh, man. Probably the zipper. But as far as like the time and effort it takes, yeah, it definitely takes a good amount of effort to do that one. I've tried doing a, what was it? Not a stage Clapton, man, I can't remember the name of it. A fuse Clapton. I tried doing a fuse Clapton, but I just couldn't get my, you know, head wrapped around the idea of how you don't have like the wire twisting up while you're Claptoning the two parallel wires. You know, I tried straightening it out and everything, but honestly, I'm gonna have to, you know, work on that one a little bit. And Kent Hill actually messaged me and said that I have to try the fuse Clapton. So I will. Once I get some Nichrome 80, you know, I want to get like a 100-foot spool or so I can really experiment with it, because I don't really have a lot of that kicking around. But when I get some wire, I'll definitely be trying that, and that'll probably be my next hardest one that I'll ever do. Glowing green coil. It doesn't glow green. It just turns green after you heat it up. So normally it looks like normal wire, but as soon as you put heat to it, it turns green, which is really kind of interesting. I feel like it's almost oxidizing, and that's what turns it green. It's just a different chemical composition of the wire itself. Nickel chromium versus regular A1 Canthal. It's just different metals used and everything, so it turns green after you heat, if you put some heat to it. It doesn't affect, you know, the flavor at all or anything like that, but it's interesting. It's weird, but it's good. Let's see. The winner of the Craft Vapory giveaway will be announced when they send me my next Craft Vapory box. So it'll be in probably about a week or so, I'm hoping. But yeah, so whenever they send me my next package, whenever I do the next unboxing video, that's when I'm going to announce the winner. I will say that we have about probably 85 or so entries in the contest so far. So you honestly still have a pretty decent shot. Temperature control. Let's see. My thoughts on temperature control. You're going to Miami. That sounds cool. All right. I wish I was going to Miami. If I could get a plane ticket, if someone wants to buy me a plane ticket, I'll make it out there, but it doesn't sound likely at the moment. Temperature control. I feel like it's in its infantile stage, and once they really get all the bugs worked out and people get a hold on building with the nickel wire itself, I feel like it's going to be the next biggest thing in the vaping industry. For those of you that don't know, the IPv4 will have 100 watts of power and temperature control. So I think that device is really going to be revolutionary, and it's going to give VaporShark a run for their money. But VaporShark told me recently that they're coming out with $150 VaporShark, which I think is pretty good price for an American-made mod with an authentic DNA chip. So yeah, I think temperature control is a good thing, and especially for the advocacy side of vaping as well, because You know, the advocates can really use that sort of data to prove to people that, you know, vaping isn't such a bad thing and there isn't such thing as formaldehyde in your e-liquid, like when you burn a clear miser at 5 volts, which I don't know if you think that's a good idea, but why would you ever do that? Westfield. It's kind of a touchy topic. It just didn't work out for me, you know, financially. You know, things weren't going the way I thought they were going, so I made a move. I mean, that's all I can say. You know, I definitely think that the Westfield shop is going to do great, but you know, I had to make a move for myself, and as far as financially speaking, so I had to do it. That's all I can really say about that matter. Let's see, we got another question. I really want to try Space Coil, but can't seem to get those hot spots out. I'm really liking 22 gauge now. I really enjoy my 20 gauge Nichrome, but even at 6 wrap macro, coil gets pretty warm. Let's see. The space builds, you can either do them as a parallel and then separate the coils, but I just wrap them by hand. I just kind of, you know, wrap them with a little bit of space, install them, and then I tweak them a little bit just to see how they glow. And I just kind of run my screwdriver across it until they're kind of spaced out evenly to get out any of those hot spots. And you have to really, really pulse the button. You don't want to over, you know, fire it when you're just heating it up. You just want to gently tap it and then get it glowing a little bit just to see where your hot spots are so you can work them out. Honestly, for another cloud chasing build besides 20 gauge, I would do either if you want to try a lower gauge, like 18 gauge, do like a 5 wrap of that. I just built one of those the other day with anarchist wire, and it turned out really great. Not a lot of heat, which is good. A little bit of ramp up time, but overall, pretty good, you know, cloud chucking setup. My other cloud chasing build is a dual parallel 22 gauge 4 wrap. So you 4 wraps with 2 wires at a time, and dual coil, obviously. That I get a pretty low resistance on as well, and I usually do that with royal wire or anything that's like uncoated Kanthal. Excuse me. Do you know any conventions coming up the East Coast? Live in Delaware. Want to go to PA Vape Expo. It's during Mother's Day. Can't leave my wife. Dying to go. The next closest one is going to be in Pittsburgh. I know that's a hell of a hike from Delaware, but Pittsburgh is the closest one that I've heard of. You know, check around, and if you're a part of local vaping groups, this is to answer Spencer's question, by the way, just check around local vaping groups, and if you haven't checked out Vape Tilly, I would also do that as well. It's an app they made at ECC last year in California, and they released it at ECC. And I really like it, even though it does have quite a bit of bug issues. Overall, I think it's a good idea and a good, yeah, see, Vape Tilly has stopped working. Yeah, great. But overall, I think the app is nice because it has this locate feature where you can locate your local vapors in your area, and you can, you know, add them and message them and kind of correspond and get to know the people in your area that also vape, because, you know, vaping is a community. So that's why I love vaping. It's a community. And also go on like Facebook and stuff like that and see if there's any local vaping groups in your area. I'm a member of New England Vapors, and we hold meetings once a month. We actually just had one last night, but I couldn't make it because I was in Derry, New Hampshire for Lineage Vapors event. But I heard it was a good time. So, and we do once a month events, and we have a group on Facebook that we all kind of just talk with each other in. And yeah, we have a good time whenever we meet up. So just check out your local vape scene and see if there's any local meets that you can do, and see if they got anything planned as far as bigger conventions. But as far as I know, the next closest one is going to be in Pittsburgh. That's going to be in June. All right, let's see. All right, we got a question from Michael Wiley. I've been vaping for 2.5 months. How long you think till I start building? Well, that's up to you. Honestly, I've seen people pick up building like nothing, and I think it's great. I mean, it took me 2 years before I started getting into building, but for me personally, I just, it wasn't even a thing at the time. It was probably a thing about 6 months before I got into it, but it was all Genesis atomizers and rebuilding clearomizers and that kind of thing, which I just could not wrap my brain around until I saw the dripping atomizer, and then I'm like, wow, okay, that's it. That's what I want. So just practice. Watch my videos, watch other people's videos, and practice, 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 practice. And make sure you always do it safe. That's the really #1 thing I have to stress the most, is make sure you're always vaping safe, because the last thing this industry needs is accidents. I try to preach it as much as possible. I go to these conventions like VCC, and I teach building classes for a reason. I preach safety, always vape safe. I never want to see anyone get hurt by vaping, especially since it's such a positive thing in so many people's lives. Why risk, your hand or your leg or whatever? Always be certain that you're building safe within the safe parameters of your amp limit, as well as lock your mods when you put it in your pocket. Don't charge your batteries overnight. Make sure your batteries are in good health as well. Throw away batteries that are, over like a year, year and a half. Honestly, it's not worth a $15 battery, and, you'll end up blowing off your hand. It's not worth it. So that's my little speech about that. Practice. All right, let's see what else we got here. No, the staggered fuse Clapton, Josh. Oh, God. I saw the progression of that kind of that type of coil. I still don't even know how it works. I'm honestly just blown away by the inventiveness of people out there, and they're coming up with all these crazy coils. So I love it. Keep on being experimental, and I'll try my best to keep up. Let's see. Yeah, space builds also, you can do a wood screw. Josh says a 3-inch wood screw to space the coils and torch it before you install it, which for most people, pre-torching will get rid of some hot spots. It goes all the way back to the days of Genesis atomizers. You pre-torch your wire before you put it to your stainless steel mesh, and that seems to eliminate a lot of hot spot issues. And yeah, that definitely could work. So yeah. Thank you, Josh, for the input. Juice bar at the shop. I don't see why not, considering the city of Springfield is allowing a lot of places to be BYOB without any sort of license. So I don't know. Juice bar seems to be the way to go. We do serve beverages as it is, but I feel like we need a little bit better of a selection at Voltage. Hopefully my bosses aren't watching this right now, but yeah, we could use something more than just Monster and Red Bull. Let's see. What are my favorite RDAs, RTAs, mech mods, VW mods, batteries, mech mods, blah, blah, blah? That's a whole lot of question right there. I'm going to have a quick vape, so hold on. Man, this flavor is good. If you get a chance, Bumble Frog just came out with a new flavor. I will not stop raving about them because Marty has hooked me up so many times. Thank you, Marty. Thank you for the storm. Love this. Love it. All right. Favorites. At the moment, my favorite mech mod is probably the rig mod. It's the one I've wanted for so long. I want the black LE with the black roughneck, personally. Even though the roughneck looks like it's a bit kind of a pain in the ass to build on, but I kind of want it. I want to get more into the cloud chasing and the comping kind of aspect of vaping. So yeah, there you go. I'm a cloud chaser. Label me all you want. That's my favorite mech mod. As far as my favorite RDA, I think the most versatile RDA is going to be the IGO, not the IGO, the Tugboat. But a quick second place is the IGO W2, which is the first dripping atomizer that I got. And even Twisted Messes to this day will still use an iGo W, which I think is really cool. I give him a lot of props for that because, I mean, granted, he does drill out the air holes a bunch, but with a simple modification like that, and also the post holes. But like I said, the simple modifications really bring out the most in an atomizer. Variable wattage mods, boom, IPv3. Second place is going to be the Vapor Shark. I love the IPv3. I like the size. I don't mind the width of it or anything like that. Batteries last forever, even with the higher wattages. Like these have been running since last night, and I'm probably at about 65% battery left. And yeah, I'm rocking at 70 watts. But yeah, other things, I like the Vapor Shark. I like the Vapor Shark 40-watt DNA because the temperature control. The RDNA is really nice because you can replace your batteries and you can use the charging pad, which is really cool. But let's see what else. Batteries, I like Sony's. Sony's hands down are the best batteries on the market if you can find them. VTC4s and VTC5s. I just went out and bought a ton of VTC4s to replace all my old ones. I threw all my old batteries out and replaced them with all new batteries. And I also got Samsung 25Rs for my regulated mods. I find that they last longer than VTC4s. I do have a set of VTC4s in here now, and they do last quite a while. Excuse me. But the Samsung 25Rs are going to last a little bit longer. Yeah, so let's move on here. Look at the Yeehy M class. I've heard nothing but good things about it. There's the ability to download updates and more wattage ability than the Evolve board. I've seen the Yeehy mod. I think it's ugly, but that shouldn't stop you from buying a mod whatsoever. So if that's your cup of tea, then go for it. I did upgrade the IPv3 to 165 watts and an extra decimal place behind the ohm reader and the wattage or voltage output. So I did upgrade this chip. It was a pain in the ass to do on a Mac computer. I had to download Parallels. I had to download a copy of Windows. I had to download WinRAR, and then I had to find the software and all that. So it was a royal pain in the ass. It took me 2 hours to do. But when I got it done, I couldn't be happier, and that has a significant advantage over the Sigelli 150, in my opinion. Other than that, though, the Sigelli's got it with the better screen, I think, on the Sigelli, and also the magnetic battery door. But the ability to upgrade your chip is always good. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check out the Yeehy mod one more time, maybe. Maybe see if I can get one from my boss at Spin Fuel. Oh, the sampling of juice. Sorry, Jay, I didn't know what you meant by juice bar. Even if we could sample in the city of Springfield, Massachusetts, I don't think Voltage would be doing that. And the reason behind that is we have 400 flavors, and the fact is, if we wanted to sample everything, I mean, obviously having a tester bottle for everything would be something that we could probably do. But having a dripper set up for every single flavor is just not going to happen. I'll tell you that right now. But if anything, we, probably if the city of Springfield ever allowed us to sample e-liquid, it would be you'd have a bottle of zero and you just give them a couple drops. That's about all we could really do. But other than that, you got to trust me. You got to trust me. How do you feel about blowing clouds in public? I personally feel like it's a little disrespectful to others, non-vapors. I usually blow clouds where wouldn't really get bothered. Wouldn't get bothered, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't blow clouds in public. I generally, I mean, if I'm walking to my car or something, I'll, and there's no one around me. I don't live in a big city, so it's not a big deal for me. When I'm out to a restaurant or anything like that, I keep my mod in the car or in my pocket or anything like that. If I really need a vape, I'll step out. If anything, if I desperately need a vape right then and there, blow it in your shirt. obviously this is a bad example. Don't take a 70-watt mod with a 0.2 ohm coil on it out to dinner with you. And don't be rude. I mean, vaping is just like smoking. If you think about it, like, would you go around blowing cigarette smoke in people's face? No. Just because your vape smells like cookies doesn't mean people want to smell cookies all day. So be respectful. I mean, that's the bottom line when it comes to life in general, I suppose. Just generally be respectful, be kind to your fellow human, and don't go blowing clouds in public. Because another thing is, it gives us a bad name as vapors. Like I said, with the safety thing, the last thing vapors need is a bad reputation and a bad name. Like, I'm a good person, you're a good person, but don't go blowing your vapor everywhere just because you think it's less harmful or whatever. Just because you know the facts doesn't mean other people know, and you're going to get questioned. You might get kicked out of somewhere, and basically find a place where you can vape and vape there. I usually go to my local spot, BG Hunters Pub, every Friday night, and I have a good vape down there. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's all just being polite and respectful of others. So we got a couple more minutes, guys. I can do a few more questions. I might stay a little bit long, and I will do a giveaway of an Aspire Premium kit. I know I haven't mentioned that enough. I'm giving away an Aspire Premium kit, so if you want one, stay tuned for that. Couple more questions. Anything at all, let me know. I'm going to have a quick vape. Anything about being on YouTube, anything about my camera equipment that I use, anything. I would like to make an announcement. If you didn't catch my show on Friday, I am going to be a co-host of Game On, which is an advocacy program. It's on vapors.tv every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you get the chance, make sure you tune into that. If you like watching me do all this live stuff and yammer on about vaping and about advocacy and all that stuff. And then after the first hour of advocacy, we'd like to, take it down a notch, have fun, kick your shoes off, and have a good time. That's where I'm also going to be a little bit more, lewd and crude, a little less filtered, if you will. So if you want to see me go crazy, make sure you check out vapors.tv /NEV every Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for my show. And if you do end up watching, feel free to make a profile and join the chat, because I love talking to people and I love interacting with people when I'm live on the air. I love doing these live streams because it just gives me an opportunity to really connect with you guys in a more personal way. And I'm really glad I have the opportunity to do so. And if you guys want to see me do more of these live streams, leave a comment in the box below. This will be available for rebroadcast after the fact. So if you're watching this after April 19th, sorry you missed it, but I'll be doing more live streams, and I'll try to be more diligent about announcing them and letting people know and getting it drilled into your brains that I'm going to be live on the air. So any more questions, feel free to either shoot me an email, dailyvapetv@gmail.com, or leave a comment in the box below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Almost at 3,000 subscribers. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel, because I will be doing more giveaways, and I will be doing more reviews on all your favorite vaping gear, and doing build videos of all your favorite, wire and wick and all that good stuff. And if you have a build for me, make sure you leave a comment as well. So I'm going to take a rip off of this one. Boom. This thing hits hard too. And the battery's it's a battery drainer for sure, because the battery usually goes down pretty quick. All right, it looks like we got to wrap it up. So I will be doing my giveaway. Shoot me an email. Whoever wants an Aspire Premium kit, which is I believe it comes with like a Nautilus Mini, a couple batteries, and yeah. If you want it, shoot me an email. I'm going to pick a random person right now. So, shoot me an email if you want it. And if no one emails me during the live show, then I'm just going to have to keep this open. So, if you want an Aspire Premium Kit, shoot me an email at dailyvapetv@gmail.com. Just say hi. Say, I would like an Aspire Premium Kit, please. I'm going to pick a random winner. So that's all you got to do. Shoot me an email. I'm just going to keep talking until someone emails me. Yeah, so I'm sitting in front of my computer with all my vaping stuff that I've been vaping. Oh, I got a quick review of Eastern Vapors Jelly Nougat. This stuff is delicious, and if you haven't tried it yet, make sure you try it. I'm not exactly sure where it's available, besides obviously Eastern Vapors. So, but Jelly Nougat 2, actually, that's what it's called. They just came out with a reformulated version of it. So giving away an Aspire Premium Kit. Whoever wants it, shoot me an email, dailyvapetv@gmail.com. Just say hi. Say, I would like an Aspire Premium Kit. Especially, it's a good present if you got someone that smokes cigarettes and wants to quit. Make sure you get them. You can give it away to them. It's a good gift. Aspire Premium Kit. So I hope you enjoyed the live show, guys. I'm gonna do more. Honestly, I have to do more. I'll probably do one for my birthday, which is next month, May 21st. Mark your calendars. I'm gonna probably do a live stream. I honestly don't even know that the day. It's on a Thursday. I have Thursdays off, so I might do like an 8-hour live stream or something, some crazy thing where I'm just on air all day long and annoy the crap out of you guys. But I love being on air, and anything to really get in touch with my fans. I hate to call you guys fans. You're not my fans. You're my friends. I consider all you guys my friends. I don't have a lot of friends in real life, so it's important to me to have online friends. I'm just kidding. But anyways, we got a couple of people chiming in for the Aspire Premium Kit. Keep the emails coming. I'm going to keep it open for a little bit longer. I might stay on the air a little bit longer. I'm going to send out a tweet right now. So if you guys are on Twitter, Daily Vape TV on Twitter, if you want to follow me. I still don't use Twitter like I should, but Got a couple more emails. Who wants an Aspire Premium Kit? That's what my tweet's gonna say. I know this is the most entertaining thing you've watched all day. Someone send a tweet live on the air. So how was your day? How's your spring going? Anything planned? Are you gonna be landscaping, building a gazebo? Anything fun coming up? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow me on all my other social media pages if you haven't already. Daily Vape TV on YouTube, on Instagram. If you have Instagram, make sure you follow me. I post a lot on there. I'm terrible at tweeting. I usually just repost all my stuff from Instagram on Twitter and Vape Tilly and stuff. But all right, we got a couple more coming in. Questions. Who's got a question? Anyone got a question? Let's see. So, as far as I want to ask you guys a question. As far as what your friends say about you vaping, do you have non-vapor friends, and do they ask you stuff all the time? And if so, do you give them good information, or do you just kind of go, I don't listen to all that crap? Like, because for me personally, I try to give them the best knowledge they can get, and just basically tell them that it's obviously safer than smoking. It's better for me. I feel better. I have had zero ill effects from vaping. There's multiple studies you can point them to. Good spots to see those are CASA.org, notblowingsmoke.org, Vaping Militia, all those sites. And I try to, stay up with the advocacy thing. Please, I encourage you guys to go check out the advocacy sites and fight for your right to vape. If you live in the state of Massachusetts, we got a bill coming up on Thursday that we have to go to the Attorney General's office to fight, which is going to stink, but whatever. Going to have to get up early and travel to Boston and fight for my right to vape. And it's important. So try to give people, strangers, your friends, non-vapors, the best quality information. New job on the railroad. Congratulations, Michael Wiley. Hope you're making some bucks, dude. My ears are 1.5 inches at the moment. The flares on these things are 1 5/8 inches. I get a lot of comments, positive and negative. See, Michael mentioned that his friend picked it up who never smoked, and I've been asked on my blog about this all the time. Daily Vape at dailyvape.tumblr.com. I've been asked a lot about what I think of non-smoking vapors, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. Honestly, I don't believe in putting chemicals into your body that aren't necessary. And I mean, I was a smoker for 7 years, and I luckily got off cigarettes. And I'm kind of against non-smoking vapors, to be honest with you. I mean, if you're gonna do that, then at least vape zero nic. There's no point in putting nicotine into your body if you're not already used to it. It's basically giving yourself a bad habit. So why bother? I mean, if you want to blow clouds, that's fine. If you're 18 years of age or older, or whatever your local smoking age is, they're actually trying to push it up to 21 in the state of Massachusetts, which I think is stupid, but whatever. Yeah, if you're over the smoking age, then you can do what you want. You're an adult, but I'm just going to say that I'm going on record saying that I don't personally believe that it's a good idea to put chemicals in your body. I don't have PlayStation Network. I have only an Xbox. I haven't gone up to the next gen yet. But if you want to add me on there, shoot me an email. And if you want an Aspire Premium kit, shoot me an email. All right, I've been told to blow a cloud, so here we go. Let's get this going. Let me make sure. If I have to drip. I probably got one more out of it. Hopefully this isn't a mega dry hit. Oof. I can't really get the density that I'm looking for with this one, so with the top cap at least. I've been trying to do the stock drip tip, but that drip tip for some reason on the Mutation XP2 does nothing but spit juice into my mouth, and I can't stand it. So I'm back on the old chuff cap. All right, it's coming down to it. All right, I'm gonna pick a winner for the Aspire kit. I've got a couple entries here. Let's see. I'm going to enter all your names into random.org. I'm just going to pick a winner. So just give me a second. Copy and paste everyone. I have to do this, and I'm watching my big live window right here too, so I have to do that. Random. So any questions while I'm doing this are welcomed. I'll get to them as soon as I'm done doing this. And, let's see. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day so far. The weather today was gorgeous. Really enjoying that. I'm pretty tired though. I'm gonna upload a video right after I'm done doing this, so stay on the lookout. It's the footage from last night. It was a really crazy time. I love seeing good friends, and if you were at the event last night, make sure you check that video out as well. Okay. Almost done. I'm going to generate it 4 times. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go down the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, the winner is Jason Rubiano. If you get back to me, dailyvapetv@gmail.com with your information, send me your mailing address. I'll be sure to get that out to you as soon as possible. Congratulations, Jason. Thank you guys for playing, though. I mean, I'm going to be doing lots more giveaways, so don't be, disillusioned about anything. Jason Rubiano, you are the big winner. Make sure you send me an email as soon as possible with your shipping information, and we'll be able to get that out to you as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you guys for entering. Thank you guys for watching. Obviously, I've had a great 1 year, and I think this was a pretty good success. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for all your questions and all your support, all the likes, all the thumbs up, all the favorites, all your, you guys for being subscribers. Thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you go do that. Boop, 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 down there. And I'll put a little annotation on the video as well after it uploads, after this whole thing's over. So we're just about wrapping up here. I got a couple more questions quickly before I go. I'm still waiting to hear from Jason. Recommended Kanger tank. Shop in my new city carries them, and no Aspire, which I'm used to. Kanger tank, I like. If you're doing a normal, like, positive ohm tank, I like the Aero Tank V2. It's pretty much the best bang for your buck. And if you're going sub tank, I would go with the Sub Tank Mini. Seems to be the best Atlantis, competitor. You get an extra glass tank, you get an extra coil, you get a building deck with it, and you get some wick wire tools. You get pretty much everything you need. And yeah, I think they're a pretty good tank. The full size is just a little bit too big for me personally, and you don't get a replacement glass, which I had a guy come into my shop that didn't have a replacement glass, and he shattered his, and he was kind of bummed that he had to buy a whole new kit for it because he didn't feel like waiting. So I would recommend the Kanger sub tank. What kind of build you have in there? Dual coil. Yeah. My build I'm assuming that you mean the FU Hatton in the Mutation XV2. I have a 20 gauge 4-wrap spaced dual coil. I showed it earlier in the broadcast. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. I'm still on. I'm not even on my channel here. Hopefully you can see that a little bit at least. Oh, I lost my window. Where'd it go? Okay, here I am. Right. All right. So I'm back. Yeah, 20 gauge, 4 wrap spaced, and she's chucking. But she kills batteries like crazy. I usually go through a battery on a mech mod every like 4 to 6 hours. This one lasts me 2 maybe. So yeah, thank you for the question there. Let's see. Sorry, Nate. Jason already won. I will be doing more giveaways. Hopefully, I'll have lots more to give away soon. If you have a Tumblr account, if you're on my blog, make sure you follow my blog. It's dailyvape.tumblr.com. I think, at least. Let me just double check that. I know it takes forever for me to do stuff. Oh, it's dailyvape.tumblr.com. My bad. I'll have the link in the description as well. dailyvape.tumblr.com. For those of you that are wondering, I'm at 8,000 followers on my blog, and when I hit 10,000, I'm doing a massive giveaway. Mech mods, authentic mech mods. I'm giving away the Kindred 2, the Chillum Tantra mod. I'm giving away authentic addies, 120 mils of juice, lots of stuff coming up on there, so make sure you pay attention to that. But I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Check out spinfuel.com for lots more of my videos, as well as Smoke and Joey and and Spinfuel official videos. Until next time, I will be putting out a video right after this. If you're watching this historically, sorry you missed your opportunity to win an Inspire Premium Kit. Congratulations to Jason. I know I just got your email. But everyone else, thank you very much for watching. And as always, vape on.